And so we're going to go ahead and get started so that we can give you some good news and still get you to bed or to dinner, wherever you're going after this, on time. So I am going to welcome our MC for the night. All right, y'all give it up for Gabe Pena, your resource coordinator for the Fayette County County Commission. Gabe's going to be your MC tonight. Gabe, if you want to take it over.
Sure. Good evening. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you all so much for joining us. And to all of our speakers who are doing the good work that brings the good news for you all to share, we definitely appreciate it. As you know, the Fayette County Resource Coordinator, I am the point of contact for a lot of projects in the county, so I know how much work it takes to be able to implement projects that you feel passionate about. So again, thank you for the work you're doing, and thank you for joining us tonight to tell of the good news that's happening in Fayette County. This is a time when we need all the good news we can get. So we very much appreciate it. And also we appreciate the production team for pulling this together and all of our sponsors. So some of those sponsors include Suddenly Spotless Cleaning Service and Active Fitness and Physical Therapy. Thank you all. Also, we have support from Focus Intent, the Fayette County Health Department. Let's see who else we got. The Fayette County Chamber of Commerce, of course. But thank you all so much again for being with us tonight, and looking forward to my other role of helping out with trivia, and I'm looking forward to all that. But also, thank you, Kim Maxwell, for being the slide master. I don't think that's actually your title, but you are the master of the slides, and I'll let you take it from here.
Okay, thank you so much, Gabe. Welcome back to those of you that have been with us for our Good News Fayette County in the past, and welcome to any of you that are new. Thank you so much for carving time out of your evening to spend with us tonight. This is going to be a blast. So Gabe is a huge resource in our county. He's a hub of many things, of contacts and of information, and I'm super happy to be hanging out with you again tonight, Gabe. And I'm hoping that you're also talented at dart throwing. I have faith in you. I don't even doubt it at all. But without further ado, let's get to our main course this evening. Where we're going to start, speakers, of course. It's a little bit more consolidated tonight than it was the last time, but we still have a super amazing lineup. I think you're going to really be pleased with the people that are here to share some good news in your community. We're going to mix that up with trivia. So speakers trivia. We're going to do a quick poll at the very end, and then Gabe and I'll wrap it up and send you on your way. Those of you that are here with us on Zoom, we're going to have a, maybe you could call it a happy hour, grab a beverage and just hang out with whoever wants to stay. We'll open up we'll unmute everybody and we'll just hang out for a little bit at the end. So if you have a little bit of extra time, or you want to spend a little virtual time with some members of your community that you may know or may not know, please consider that at the very end. Let's see. Trivia is super important. Okay, so Veronica's told you a couple times now that you're going to need to be able to either open up another window on your computer, or you're going to want to have your phone handy. I recommend that you have us right now, the speakers up on a computer screen or a device of some sort, and have your phone handy. You're competing with some kids that are super fast texters, so I'm trying to give you a little heads up. The trivia is going to be important. We got some really great prizes, including cash. So get ready with your phone. If you can, and you can just open up another window if you need to. I think they're not going to know some of the questions, so don't worry too much. Speakers, when it's your turn, Veronica I think she's going to ask you to unmute. Yeah, she's going to ask you to unmute, and then you'll have to unmute yourself and start. I have a timer on you, 2 minutes. I hate to do it, but I absolutely have to do it. So 2 minutes is your time. You'll see it ticking down, but you got to stick with the 2 minutes. Really appreciate you respecting that. No political endorsements, no business advertisements. And you can certainly use the chat to provide more information. So remember that, speakers, when you're done giving your presentation, give people more information in the chat about how they can contact you, get involved in your organization, or whatever it is that would be helpful. Feel free to use that chat. Listeners, you are just as important as the speakers this evening. So we do this live for a reason. Those of you that are watching it afterwards, thank you for that as well. But it's really nice to know that we're talking to people, to real people that that are hearing what we're saying as we're saying it, and the speakers as well. So if you can support the speakers, that's a beautiful thing. And you can do that by nodding your head, by making eye contact as best you can, thumbs up, clapping, like the hand clapping thing. I don't even know where that came from, but it's a beautiful thing. And then Veronica also talked to you about the reactions. So in Zoom, those are at the bottom of your screen. You should have some reactions. They're kind of emojis, I guess, that you can use. And then those of you that are on Facebook, feel free to use the comment section, use the emojis that you can, but please do, participate and engage with the speakers as much as you can. Feel free to enter questions, comments, and reactions, all of that business in the chat on here as well. And if you have good news to share and you're not on the speaker roster, you can put your information in the chat. And then there will also be time a little bit further on down the line when we'll ask that question of anybody else have good news that could be on our next Good News Fayette County. And that would be a good time to put your name, your organization, or someone else's name and organization. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, it's time. So we are starting with our first round of speakers. Jay Young is kicking us off. Couldn't be better. I'm going to try to work the timer. I'm going to let Veronica unmute Jay. Jay Young, speaking on behalf of the New River Alliance of Climbers.
Jay is running a little late to join us this evening, but we're hoping he's going to hop in here soon. So Anita, if you are ready, we're going to pass it on to you first, actually.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm glad I don't have to follow Jay. That would be a hard bill to follow. So he's way more fun than I. So thanks, guys, for having me. I'm with the Fayette County Health Department, and my good news is that Fayette County is rocking vaccinations. So everybody's done a great job. Our numbers are looking so much better. Thank you, everybody, for all the hard work that you're doing. I just wanted to tell everyone that we currently are ranked 13th out of the counties in the state for having people fully vaccinated. So 109 out of 1,000 people have been fully vaccinated in Fayette County, which is fantastic. So keep up the good work. One thing that could be helpful and that we really need help with in our community is spreading the word that people can register for vaccines that are 16 and above. The way that we do that in West Virginia now is using a website and or a phone number, and I will put those in the chat. But for those that are listening or that can't see the chat, it's vaccinate.wv.gov. And Sarah's joining me because I never get to see my kids anymore. So she joins me for Zoom calls. The number for that is 1-833-734-0965. And again, I think that for our community to be safe and healthy and active and enjoying one another again and doing all the things that we love to do and the reasons that we live, work, and play here, we need to continue to work hard to get folks vaccinated and to continue doing the behavioral measures so we can really get back to living life and loving one another and doing the things we like here. So again, thanks for having me. Certainly, I'm super proud of the work that everyone's doing and look forward to hearing more good news in Fayette County at this time. That's all I got for you.
Anita, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing for our community. And yeah, we can't thank you enough. So
Yeah, thank you enough. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You too, Sarah.
We
Thanks
have great partners. So we have really, really great partners. That always helps. So thanks.
All right, let's see. Matt Diedrich with the town of Fayetteville, speaking about bike-friendly town of Fayetteville.
Hey guys, Matt Diedrich, town superintendent here in Fayetteville. What a tough act to follow, though, Anita, and the work she's done, the year we've had. So great job, Anita, and your team. It's something to be part of the Fayette County team with her leading that. So that's pretty great. But so the idea of the bike-friendly community kind of came to light about a year ago. I was reading where another local city, they got a bike-friendly community. I said, wow, what a great idea. You know, I was new to my position. I thought it'd be a great thing to start in Fayetteville. So I spoke with Active Southern West Virginia, got in touch with Veronica, and we started this thing. We got a lot of great support throughout the community. We had a lot of big plans. Of course, COVID kind of derailed it like they did a lot of things, but we still were able to this fall get our survey in, and we were awarded honorable mention for a bike-friendly community by the American Bicycle League. So I think that's really great. It gives us now a nice baseline to establish what we need to work on in Fayetteville, and what can we do to make the town more appealing for bikes, but also just a healthier place for everybody. So I think it's a great step to get everybody active, get everybody out and enjoying what we have to offer. I mean, in our backyard, it's amazing. So I just want to finish with a special thanks to Veronica and Active Southern West Virginia. They've really helped with this, obviously. Also Andy and Abby with New River Bikes. They've been instrumental in getting the survey put on, as well as Adam Stevens with Arrowhead Bike Farm. So without them, we couldn't make this happen. So thank you, guys.
Matt, thank you so much.
Shout out to Active Southern West Virginia. Well done, y'all. Keep up the good work.
Yep. Next up, Mark Ernschwender. Mark's going to be talking to us about the Winona wastewater project. Very exciting.
All right. Well, back before the turn of the century, 1997, the Plateau Action Network formed as a watershed organization. And then among other things, we started collecting water quality data. The data showed that Keeney's Creek, which flows through Winona and empties into the New at a set of favored swimmer rapids, was in fecal violation 90% of the time. The health department records showed 80 water customers and 8 septic tanks. That led to formation of the Fayette County Water Quality Coalition. That was over 20 organizations, federal, local government, businesses, and that led to a federal grant, and that led to the Fayette County Comprehensive Wastewater Management Plan. The time has been ticking by. Winona became priority 1. Decentralized alternative program or processing plant was decided to be the best answer. The decentralized approach was believed to be a model for wastewater treatment in areas where the geography or the geology, size of community, and cost precluded big pipe systems like we normally see. That led to community involvement, more planning, blah, blah, blah. And the good news actually is persistence prevails. 2018, the system went online, and the NPS is currently testing water quality so that we can prove through science that this is a practical approach, not only for the county, for the state, and most of Appalachia. There you have it.
Mark, so much went unsaid in the blah, 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 yada, yada, yadas that you and Pan have been working on the health of our environment here for so long and so hard. So
all of this century, Kim.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And thank you so much for that. And I mean, the numbers that you said, 80 water customers and only 8 septic systems and
Yes.
no other wastewater treatment. So those were all straight pipes. And you got the system put in.
Not all. There was one creative little cluster that was kin tanking, and they had 6 households on one septic tank.
Wow. Well, thank you. Thank
You're
you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. All right. Right along. I mean, my heart is already full, but we are still trucking. Next, we have Superintendent Lizzie Watts with the National Park Service, and I believe that she has some also amazing major news for us in Fayette County. Superintendent Watts.
Good evening, everybody. And thank you, everybody. Mark, in particular, I just wrote you a private note. Thankfully, that has been one of the parks and a lot of the community leaders in this park and just community neighbors have been wholly concerned about clean water and especially cleaning up the new. And that is something that takes all of us years and years to be able to do, but it is the right thing for the next generation. So thank you very much for what you've been doing. Now, and I want to celebrate the fact that we are now truly an official national park and preserve. And that is really in a tribute to many of the people on this call, many of the people in the region, all of our politicians, many of the businesses that all county commissioners, county leaders, city leaders, and mayors all came together and said, what is the best thing for the long term for the 53 miles of what used to be New River Gorge National River, which in January became the newest national park in the national park system and now protects the 4 areas that we all got together and decided were the most significant within the National River. And that is Sandstone Falls and its unique geology. It's moving north to Grandview and the forest that Grandview now have, the thick rhododendron population that helps our birders and our special birds that come from all over the world. It is the incredible view at Grandview all the way down to Thurman, which tells the coal mining and railroading and industrial history of this great region and the people that made it. And then last but not least, the lower gorge, which is the whitewater special section of the park. So thank you all for your combinations, your help, and your success in making the national park.
Yes, Lizzie, thank you so much. How does it feel to be sitting in that position in charge of the newest national park? I'm not supposed to give you any more time, but I gotta know.
It will be fabulous once we get through. It's really interesting, but we have had tremendous response on the interview side of the house, including the New York Times, the Washington Post, National Geographic Traveler, just did a thing on NPR. So once we get past that and I can actually breathe, I will tell you it will probably be exciting. And the staff and the whole crew is very excited. So it really was a community effort and a community support. So I think we all have given something to the next generation.
Huge. Amazing. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We have Matt Ford up next to speak with us about the Meadow River Rail Trail. Matt has, he wears many hats and he's amazing at each one of them. I'm not really sure how he does it, actually, honestly, at all. But Matt, we'd love to hear where you're at with the Meadow River Rail Trail.
Sure. Well, thanks for the opportunity and good evening. The Meadow River Rail Trail, for those who aren't familiar, Greenbrier and Fayette counties purchased that trail or portion of what we have now, which was 16.7 miles, well over a decade. A portion of that trail was completed prior to June 2016. And as we probably all know, in June 2016, we had historic flooding and that damaged most of what was already completed. We've been working with the West Virginia Division of Highways to get, and FEMA, to get those repairs completed. We've made good progress within the last year with DOH and FEMA, and we're expecting to put repairs out to bid this summer and then work through construction after November. There's some permitting requirements that limit construction until after November. We're hoping to get that 16.7 mile section open by early to mid next year. And then we were recently notified by the West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection that the project received or had received approval for approximately $1.85 million to design and construct the last 6.4 miles that goes on into Raynell. So the project within the next 3 years should be open from Raynell along the Meadow River to Nowlin. So we're really excited about that. And if you haven't been to that portion of the Meadow River in Fayette County, it is absolutely beautiful. And we're looking forward to getting that trail open to be an asset for the county. And I'd shared a link to a map that shows each section, who owns it, and what funding source we use to complete it. But yeah, definitely looking for interested people who want to help work on the project. Thank you.
Jay Trails. Well done, Matt.
Yes.
Thank you.
Phew, that's huge. I can't wait. Awesome. Jarrett Brantley with Camp Royal. I don't know too much about Camp Royal, but I've heard amazing things. Looking forward to hearing a little bit more. Jared, if you want to share with us, that would be amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we're over in Glen Jean. And we actually just started on Monday after school programs that's under a grant with CODA and Active Southern West Virginia. So we had 30 kids on Monday that were there with us from 2:15 to 4:15. We feed the kids, we give them a positive message and let them ride scooters, skateboards, bikes, and be active outdoors instead of in front of TVs or video games. And yeah, get to see them enjoy themselves on the skate parks and stuff that we have at our property. We had over 250 kids at summer camp this summer, with lots of them coming multiple weeks. So being active, doing outdoor things, and instead of just kind of sitting around and hoping to create healthy lifestyles. So we're also hosting an FMB, which is the Freestyle Mountain Bike World Tour Slope Style Mountain Bike event in May, which will bring contestants from all over the US and Canada to come into the community to stay in our hotels and spend money in the area, but also some of the best talent in North America competing on our property, jumping their bicycles basically over big jumps and doing tricks. So it'd be an awesome event for the community to come and hang out and watch and ride themselves. And also have tried to help Matt Dietrich with the bike friendly stuff wherever we can. And so that's kind of what we got going on.
Wow. Let's do. Putting us on the map and bringing national and international talent right here. It's amazing.
Yeah, trying.
Thanks for engaging our youth, Jared. It's huge, man. Thanks so much.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's a big team of us, not just me.
Wow, what a need right now. That's awesome. Did Jay Young make it? Jay, are you here?
Yes, Jay is here with us. He's ready to go.
Yes, Jay
That's
made it.
totally awesome. Let's hear from you, Jay. What you got to say?
Thank you very much. And I was late in typical climber fashion, and I apologize and thank you for waiting for me. It's rare to have two words elicit such a mixed reaction in climbers as management plan. This is when a land management entity creates a master plan, so to speak, for how they're going to welcome climbers and deal with climbers. And I have not read a ton of management plans in my day, but some of the ones that I have read, probably most of the ones that we've been very lucky here with all of ours, but some of the ones that I have read have been not so lucky towards climbers. They have been kind of micromanaging. There have been a lot of restrictions put in place. And as probably you guys all know, climbers are a very active user group in terms of service and stewardship. And so sometimes we feel like we get a little bit short shrift. For the first time in 60 years, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has a management plan that is in draft form right now. Public comment section was just completed, and climbing is recognized as a major activity at the lake. They have recognized us in the most spectacular fashion and thanked us for our work with our inclusion in this plan, without any effort whatsoever to micromanage our use of that land. So for the probably first time ever in my climbing life, I'm seeing a management plan that is just everything we could have possibly hoped for.
Wow.
Way to go, Lake. Yay.
Yay. That's awesome. That's awesome, Jay. Thank you for sharing.
Very welcome.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So before we move on, we are moving on to trivia, which is very exciting, I know. But before we do that, everyone, if you have a question for the speakers that we just had, before they fly out of your head, before we move on to the next thing, put your questions or your comments for the speakers in the chat. Take a second and do that. Also, if you just want to share how you're feeling right now, because I don't know about you, but I love this community so much, and I love these are just little tiny bright lights of among so many that are here, but they're not just little tiny bright lights. They're amazingly beautiful, brilliant bright lights. I can't believe what we've just heard already, and that's just 7 people talking. So if you want to share how you're feeling, thoughts that you have, comments, questions, I'll give you just a second, and then we're going to move on. But thank you, first round speakers, for the work that you're doing for our home and beyond. Really appreciate you, and it matters so much. And now we're going to take a little trivia break process, and we're going to turn things over to Eric. He's going to insert a little bit of technology into our worlds and play some games with us.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Kim. Like you, right? It is so good to hear the good news. And that's just 7 folks. We'll have 7 folks more coming up after this round. Let's play some trivia. We've got a great trivia challenge for you. Here's the deal. This one for Facebook people and for Zoom, it's the same. We're going to use the program called Mentimeter. That's why you need it on your phone or open up a new window. I'm going to ask you to go to that website, menti.com, MENTI.com. When you get to that site, you're going to see an area to please enter the code. You will enter code 4954983. I should have been prepared to put that in chat. I think Veronica just did. So that information will be in chat. But again, when I bring up the slide, you'll also be able to see those instructions. So start working on that. We're going to have 6 questions. We're going to transition to a new screen. For those of you who are there, you should be seeing a please stand by window. It should say you made it. And here's the deal. Once you get to Mentimeter, we're just going to ask you to keep that window open for the entire presentation, right? Because after the next round of speakers, we'll come back to it. We'll use this program for a poll, and then we'll wrap up the session. So again, you should be seeing please stand by. I'm going to give folks just a few seconds. Love the hearts in the bottom right-hand corner. Humans, we love to push buttons, right? So yeah, look, lots of love. That's awesome. Few more moments for people to get in there. Menti.com, enter the code. You'll find it at the top of the screen. Gabe is itching to throw some darts. We have some awesome prizes because we have some awesome sponsors. All right, I'm going to advance the slide. Good news, Balloon Pop Trivia Challenge. Here's the deal, right? 6 questions coming at you. How do you win, right? So on the next slide, we'll do a practice session. Here's your deal. You need to scroll down and find the space to enter your answer. What you're going to enter is your initials and then your answer. We found in testing that the people with really long names were a little bitter that they couldn't get in their answer faster. So we're just going with initials. At the end of this, we'll ask you to email the chamber your full name and the question you answered for the prize. I hope that's making sense out there in Facebook and Zoom land, because 3, 2, 1 is your first practice question. Let's see it. Name this waterfall. Piece of cake, right? Submit your initials and then your answer. Let's see it. Nobody. You guys are slow. Jay Young, come on, work those fingers. Ooh, I think if that Matt Ford, if I'm guessing, MF is first one up, cathedrals, lots of right answers. Let's be sure to record that Matt just rocked it for everybody. He stole the first prize from you all. I don't, oh, Wet Rocks Waterfall, EC. That could be a name if it wasn't named Cathedral. It would make sense. All right. So hopefully you got the gist. Enter your initials and then the answer. Shoot for first one up. All right. 3, 2, 1. This is going for real. Name this Fayette County community. Facebook Live, be sure you're looking at your device, not at the screen, because there is a little bit of lag time. Oak Hill. No way. Did MF Mount Hope just shame all of you again? I think so. So this time you walk away with a real prize. Sorry, the last one was practice, Matt Ford. If that is you, Matt Ford, put your name in chat if it is you. That is Mount Hope, folks, back in the day. Sorry, don't know the year. One of you out there, please feel free to enlighten us on what year you think that was taken. All right. Thank you for playing. Let's go to number 3. Looks like people are getting warmed up on this. You got on your mark, get set, go. They're not all tough challenges. Some of them are asking you for a little, contemplate a little bit. CM, said Eric. Who's CM? Nice. Oh, could it be? No way. Catherine Maxwell? I don't know any other CMs. Oh, we've got a lot of inspiration out there. Sharon Crookshank, Anita Stewart, Kylie Hayslett, Ann Cavalier, my husband. Who says that? That's crazy. Matt Wender. Nice. Hey, Anita, you're getting a lot of love out there. Dan Doyle, Carrie Strong. You know what? This just demonstrates what is awesome, what we already do, right? The community is full of inspirational, good people. Jenna Grayson. Nice. All right, folks, love it. Got another challenge for you. Ready for number 3? Question number 3. Here you go. Tough one. That's why, if you remember, we showed you the seal on the original slide deck. You'll notice, hopefully, there's something missing. Oh, GH, you got it partially right. Is it pickaxes? Mining? We're not there yet. Pickaxe and shovel, I think, SM. That's the first one I saw, SM, initials SM. It is missing the pickaxe and shovel for the Fayette County seal. Thank you for playing, but SM just walked away with that. All right, number 4. Ooh, name this awesome Fayette County burger. I took that picture, then I consumed it, and it was awesome. Loaded with fried green tomato, bacon, grilled onions, provolone cheese, lettuce, and that spicy mayo. It does look delicious. Not an Al burger, not a Lincoln burger, not a Mountaineer burger. Young, not a Roosevelt. No, you guys are challenged here. Station, no. 304, no. I will give you a hint. It's not 304, but it has numbers, and it's Cafe 110, CS, you took it. CS, that is the Cafe 110 burger. That is their burger. Amazing. All right, thank you for playing that one, folks. We're gonna come at you with, name this historic structure. Anstead House is close. Tyree, CM nailed it. SW, sorry, Anstead House was close, but Tyree House. CM, that was it. You're the winner on that one. All right, let's be sure we record CM for question 5. Got one more for you, then Gabe will throw some darts. Name a neighbor you have not spoken with for way too long. Folks, we're all dealing with some separation due to COVID. I bet you before COVID, there's probably neighbors you weren't speaking with that we should all reconnect with. KH said my next door neighbor. So, hey, KH, you were the first one up on the board. So you get that one. But yeah, people are noticing. There are people out there that we pass by sometimes that we should stop and reconnect with. So yeah, take some time for that. Thank you for answering that question. Thanks for considering that. Here's what we're going to do. This is prize time. We're going to have some fun now. I'm going to turn it over to Gabe to throw 6 darts for 6 prizes. Take it away, Gabe.
All right. See here, folks. We'll see how this goes. If I hit the wall, Ron Crozier, I'm sorry. But see how this goes. I'm excited. Nothing. Oh, looks like we got poor Richard behind that balloon. So I'm not sure who's getting that one, but I'll make sure that gets to you. Oh, let's see here. We got a Cathedral Cafe, $20 for some lucky player, lucky contestant. And let's see what else we got. I lost the feather, so we'll see how this goes. We'll count that as a win for somebody gets a specialty free large pie over at Pies and Pints. Oh, another Benji. And a Grant, not Horace. That is Ulysses S. There we go. Eric, my job is done here for the time being.
Thank you, Gabe. That was a fast round. You notice the dollars up there, $100, the different gift certificates. That's all, again, back to our prize sponsors and Suddenly Spotless and Active Recovery, Physical Therapy, Fitness Center. Back to you, Kim.
That was awesome. So I'm not sure that I caught all of the numbers on the bills, but those were not dollar bills. That was like $20 bills or $50 bills, was it? I'm gonna play next round of trivia. That's awesome.
$100 bills.
$100 bills. Jeez. All right. Congratulations to those of you that won. So we have 2 more awesome things up. We have a round of more speakers. Amazing. And then another round of trivia with, I guess, $100 bills. And as part of the Suddenly Spotless team, I'd like to take just a second, because no one can stop me, to give a shout out to the rest of my teammates. Like, hey, girls, anybody that's watching, thanks. All right, now back to our speakers. We're starting with Bobby Bauer, one of my favorite people. And he's going to tell us a little bit about Rocky Mountain Rafts that, from what I understand, is going off. Bobby B.
Let's unmute here. Thank you, Miss Kim. You're one of my favorites too. And man, what a cool group of people. I love everything that's been going on. And you know, my kids love Royal. It sounds like they're riding their scooters in the house behind me. I'm not sure if there's a herd of donkeys or a Labrador fight. So yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up or compete with the rest of the good news, but it is kind of exciting in Fayetteville or in Fayette County. There's been a big push for outdoor manufacturers coming to our area. You know, we have, you know, what all of us here probably think some of the best outdoor opportunities on the planet. So, you know, there's towns like Salt Lake City and Boulder, Colorado, Nashville that have a really strong outdoor manufacturing business. And, you know, just a few years ago, there's a little raft company, and I brought a couple rafts in the back of a pickup truck, I guess about 8 years ago. like 5 years ago, we actually moved all the shipping and receiving, and Julie Jones, I think she's on the phone here. It was one of the first employees to come and be hired as a full-time Fayette County resident, and real excited. Since that last 5-year period, we've bought and recycled the old Save-A-Lot building in Oak Hill on the Fayetteville side of Oak Hill near Tony's Tires, and doing some manufacturing, a ton of shipping and receiving. Have 6 full-time employees and between 2 and 10 part-time employees, depending on the day and how much work there is to do. So it's just really cool to, one, recycle one of these big buildings that's out there sitting empty, and to bring a sustainable industry to the county. There's been a huge push with the Economic Development Gang and Gene and Matt, and gosh, I wish I could name all the names of people that have been really working hard to get, something cool going on for the outdoors to kind of complement what we do for a lifestyle here in Fayette County. So I'm not saying what the name of the raft company is, because she said no advertisements. So I guess you have to figure that out on your own. But real excited to be here, and thank all you guys. It's hard for me to talk for only 2 minutes. I love y'all.
RMR.
Bobby.
All right. Well done, Bobby. That's huge, man.
Thanks.
That's awesome. That's totally awesome. Okay, Jenna Grayson with the WVU Science Adventure School. I don't even know what that means, and I want to go. Jenna, can you tell us some more?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. This is so awesome. Science Adventure School is a WVU program that operates in Fayette County, and we support 6th graders in Fayette, Raleigh, and Nicholas County. It's a totally free program, and basically kids come to us for a week of, as you can imagine, science and adventure. We operate on 3 pillars: outdoor adventure sports, STEM education, and positive youth development. And the exciting news for us is that unfortunately our fall program was canceled because of COVID, but we have developed an online spring program. And so all of the teachers and students in Fayette, Raleigh, and Nicholas County will have an opportunity to experience Science Adventure School virtually. We actually have been talking to some of the folks over at Active Southern West Virginia about incorporating some of their stuff into our program. And we're just really excited to get in contact with some of our kids. It's been a really long time. Other big news is we are hiring. I have to throw that out there. We're hiring educators, coordinators, and field guides for our fall season. And the biggest news is that right now we are on track to have our full fall season. And so come this fall, we should be hosting over 700 students for free science and adventure program. And we are super pumped and just really excited to get connected with our students again and to share our passion for the science, for science and the outdoors.
Yeah, that is awesome, Jenna. Let's do some.
Hooray, science.
Yeah, hooray, science and adventure. And that's where it all starts, right? Get them outside, and then who knows where it'll go. So thank you, Jenna, so much for what you're doing. Make sure, and I've forgotten to mention this. I mean, I think, well, Veronica told us at the beginning, but make sure that you're putting information in the chat, speakers. When you're done talking, put your stuff in there so people know how to contact you if they want to apply or volunteer or attend or whatever it may be. Make sure you're putting your stuff in the chat. And next we'll hear from Tabitha Stover with the Fayetteville CVB. Tabitha. I know you're out there. I'm sure of it.
Hey, I want to give a huge shout out to all the volunteers that have been helping pull off events in town. Sorry, now the pigs are going to start talking. But a big shout out, and just to say thank you. Our town comes together like crazy for events, and really appreciate what everyone's been doing, from businesses decking out everything and full decorations for the events. Sorry, the pigs are a little distracting. I wasn't expecting them to wake up, but But just want to say thank you to everyone. We couldn't pull off the events we do without everyone's help. We had people get together and make over 300 wands to give out at our last events. Countless volunteers. The Epic Escapatorium had a whole crew of people that dressed in full character, and just a really huge thank you to everyone in town that comes together, and every little detail that people do and the work that they put into making crazy events come to life, and that we've got more exciting things coming to town, and including some county-wide events in the works. So we're really excited for that, and just excited to get more people out in town as safe as possible and involved in more fun.
Oh, yes, Tabitha, thank you. Oh my gosh. I have to say, Tabitha, that I've been on a lot of Zooms in the past year, and the pigs take the cake. Anyone else pigs on your Zoom calls?
It's gonna be in the feedback next time. More pigs, guaranteed.
Yeah. I think we need a pig sound for when we're finished. None of them are quite as good as the pig sound.
Because they're real pigs.
I love it. Can I see? Can you show us? Can you turn the camera so we can see the pigs, or no?
I'll have her go get a pig. You can go get a pig
next time.
Wait, my husband just wrangled them all up now that I'm done talking.
All right, this is community gathering, right? Pigs are part of it. This is our community. They're welcome. We'll get our eyeballs on a pig if we can. And then in the meantime, Terrell Ellis, you can be getting prepared for your speaking. I don't know if you can compete with the pigs, but you can try. And Terrell Ellis, I think, is speaking on behalf of the Kanawha County Commission. Just a second.
Okay, here's our littlest pig.
Oh, that's a cute pig. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your pigs with us tonight. All right, Carol, you're up.
Hi, everybody. I don't know if I can compete with the pigs. That's a new one for me. Can you all hear me?
We sure can.
Okay, great. I'm Terrell Ellis, and I work with the Kanawha County Commission, and I'm here to talk to you about a really exciting initiative that I think, once implemented, is going to have the potential to significantly impact the western part of Fayette County. So the Kanawha County Commission really wants to proactively change the narrative about the Upper Kanawha Valley by creating a big vision that will transform the small towns along the valley into the trail town communities that thrive on outdoor recreation-based economy. So with Benedum Foundation funding, we worked with the communities and embarked on a planning process that covers the areas from just east of Charleston all the way up to the town of Golly Bridge. So I know Mayor Ingram is on the call. I don't know if Mayor Cavalier is on, but they worked with us extensively on this. So large attractions at either end of the project area are going to anchor an integrated system of motorized and non-motorized trails and water access points all along the Kanawha River. Some of those anchors include the Hatfield-McCoy Trail System, which planned to be open in the year 2022. We've got the 5,000-acre Mammoth site owned by the Land Trust, which is being planned as a front country hiking and mountain biking and equestrian trails preserve. That's up near Smithers. A proposed Jeep and off-road trail system. And all of this is being connected by a system of ridgetop trails known as the North Rim and South Rim trails that'll be sitting up on the ridgetops above the valley floor on either side of the river. And those trails are going to extend for all the way from Charleston all the way up to Golly Bridge. There's going to be numerous locations for lodging and boating access all the way up into the western Fayette County area. So we anticipate that we can draw hopefully over 30,000 tourists a year in the very beginning. And this is going to have a really huge impact on the communities. So we're really excited about implementation and look forward to working across county lines with everybody.
Yes, Terrell, that sounds awesome. So I heard you say, first of all, we're talking about the Upper Kanawha Valley, but both Fayette and Kanawha counties. That's a beautiful thing. We're neighbors. We should be working together. And
Absolutely.
I heard you talking about water access, so water trails, non-motorized, which is hiking, biking, whatever else, equestrian, I don't know, and then also motorized trails. There is a lot going on in the Upper Kanawha Valley right now.
Yeah, there's a whole lot going on in this plan, which was very challenging to talk about in 2 minutes, but be happy to come back at some time and give everybody a full overview of all the opportunities.
Awesome. Put some contact information in the chat.
Okay, will do. Thanks for having me.
Next up is Jennifer Little, good friend of mine, a phenomenal environmental educator, among other things. And I don't know what she's going to talk about, but let's find out.
It's questionable. Welcome. Nice to see you guys. I'm here to support a lot of what Pan and what Mark was talking about. I work for the DEP. I know a good chunk of you. I have had a good role of working with multiple partners in Fayette County. Things have still been moving slowly during COVID, but I wanted to talk a little bit about what's been going on in Fayette County. And for example, the positive changes that have happened in the last year that I get to be involved in is the revitalization of the New River Clean Water Alliance, which Lizzie is very comfortable and familiar with, and a lot of the other Park Service partners that we have. And that group, what I think is exciting and kind of came to fruition during the pandemic right now, is that our section of DEP that does all the water monitoring would typically be doing sampling in different parts of the state. But because they weren't able to do traveling and stay out of the area, they came down and working as the New River Clean Water Alliance was able to bring in them to do a lot more additional extensive monitoring in the New River on the bacteria. So we have new recent data, which the last time it was collected was in 2005. And they're going to do a little bit more in the spring, so it's not finished yet, but they're tying together. We'll finally have a compiled data set with the Park Service data, the New River Clean Water, the DEP data, and also Piney Creek Watershed Association, who's looking at all of the lower new and bacteria. So we are also looking at successes like Mark talked about of having Winona and seeing where the progress is of infrastructure and our need for more infrastructure. So my only message for going to and saying what I'd really love everyone to do is look at the stream you're in. If you know if there's any concerns that you have or you don't know what they are, reach out to me. And none of these projects would happen if it wasn't for citizens that cared about their stream. So the beginning underlining thing is you have to have groups like Pan, you have to have groups like Piney Creek, and you have to have groups like the New River Clean Water Alliance. Short.
We're nothing without clean water. Thank you, Jennifer. Next up is Ike Moots with Upward Bound.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me here today. Ike Moots with Upward Bound. Upward Bound is a federally funded program that serves students in Fayette County that will be the first in their generation to go to college. And we do this by offering them tutoring, counseling, cultural experiences. We take them on trips. We're in the school working with the ACT, SAT, taking them on college visits. And the best thing about this for them is that they get paid a monthly stipend of $100 to participate in all this. So the motivation is there. So I know everybody's been kind of dealing with kids in school burnout right now, and we're kind of re-engaging with these things. And we've actually been able to this year very carefully and strategically working with outfitters, local outfitters around to get these kids actually outside and a little bit socialized to get them out, and also do community service projects. We've had them do Veterans Day cards for Veterans Day, send them to the veterans. We're getting ready to do a STEM camp, which would be a totally outdoor STEM camp. And then this summer, they will actually have an experience at WVU Tech on campus and actually live a sort of a mock college life for 6 weeks, and then find an activity for them, hopefully, that we can get them out of Fayette County if things allow. So if you know a student who would be first in their generation to go to college, or maybe low income, or could use some academic help, please send them our way. I'll leave a link for the application in the chat. Also, if you're looking for a fun summer job, I can probably help you with that. We offer a lot of classes, a lot of electives. So even if it's something off the wall, if you think kids will like it, please shoot your ideas my way. We can always appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ike. Let's see, Suzanne Wood.
Hello. So many wonderful things have been mentioned so far today. I just can't wait to learn more about all of them. Okay, so the good news I have to share is that this past December, the Fayette Prevention Coalition was awarded a drug-free communities grant. So I am the project coordinator for this grant, and I get to help a team of wonderful people complete all the tasks in the grant outline. The Drug-Free Communities Grant will bring $125,000 into Fayette County for primary drug prevention for the next 5 years, potentially 10 years. The grant has two goals. The first one is to increase community involvement in the Fayette Prevention Coalition. And the second goal is to reduce alcohol and tobacco use among middle school students and high school students. So in order to do this, there's several different ways. We're going to implement a media campaign, provide information to parents and caregivers on protective factors, but also we're really going to support healthy alternative activities, including those planned by Adventure Fayette County, like Adventure Days in the Park that's scheduled for this summer. Another way we plan to do this is by assembling a youth coalition. We know that youth listen to youth and we need their input in order to be effective. So our first youth event, Fayette Prevention Coalition will be hosting a teen hangout via Zoom next Tuesday at 7 p.m. We have invited all 6th through 12th graders, and we want to give them a safe space to socialize and have fun. There'll be prizes and games. But we also want to ask their thoughts on their community, and hopefully that'll give us a starting point for what projects they see a need for in their community and what projects they'd like to participate in. I'll put my email in the chat and also share the flyer for the Zoom Teen Hangout, but we could really use some volunteers for Adventure Days coming up in May, and just spread the word about the Teen Hangout. Thank you.
Yes, yeah. Thank you, Suzanne. That's a lot of good stuff you have going on there. That's awesome.
Yeah, big congratulations to the Fayette County Prevention Coalition. I know they worked really hard to get that grant for a few different years, so I think it finally came through. So well done, y'all.
Yeah, great job. Okay, where are we at? I think since I skipped my slide a couple times, you all have a little clue that trivia is coming. But before we do that, let's take this just moment of time to think about what you've just heard about. Did you know all this stuff was going on in your community? I mean, this is our community, just a little piece of it. But so if you have questions, put them in the chat. If you have comments, put them in the chat. How you're feeling, just take a second and put something into the chat box. The way you're feeling, questions, comments. Then I promise we'll move on to trivia. Ready? And it's trivia time. So we're going back to Eric. If you missed the Menti stuff a minute ago, don't worry. He will explain it to you again.
Yeah, awesome. That was another great segment of awesome speakers. And no, Kim, there's lots of information I had no idea about. Always good people doing good work. Grab your phone, right? Go to menti.com and enter the code. Should be open still for some of you. You saw you could win $100 cash, $50 cash, a gift certificate to a local business. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to switch screens real quick. You should be seeing please stand by. I see the hearts flying again. Hopefully folks in Facebook land are ready. No practice slide on this one. On your mark, get set. Go. Oh. OCM, whoever you are, OCM, you nailed it, 9 a.m. Unless otherwise noted, commission meetings start at 9 a.m. All right, who can say that they tune into and pay attention to county commission meetings. Who out there can say that they attend or tune into, pay attention to town council meetings? Probably not very many of us, right? So shame on us. 9 a.m. All right. Next up, boy, a lot of you are way off, by the way. Next up on your mark. Hey, I'm sorry, this just out too. We feel like as the Good News team, we shouldn't allow duplicate winners because we want to spread the love of these prizes. So sorry if if you won, maybe just give other people a little time and still answer to show that you know the answer. On your mark, get set, go. Name a Fayette County organization that would benefit from more volunteer assistance. This is just a speed round. Come on, who's fastest? 4-H, yeah, but we don't know who you are. So somebody else. Oh, Active Southern West Virginia says MLS. You're the winner on that, but let's look at some others. So let's record that person as a winner. I could scroll back up maybe. Did you catch that? All right. Yeah, they're flying, right? And there's not a lot of duplicates here. So hey, folks, when's the last time you put an hour a month towards an organization? 2 hours a month? The Animal Shelter Prevention Coalition, Fayette Trail Alliance, Parks and Recreation, of course, the Humane Society. It goes on and on. Give that hour, right? Great role modeling for kids too. Take your kids out. Be sure you're exposing them to the benefits of volunteerism. Seeing some other great organizations scroll through. No excuses for any of us, right? All right, friends. On your mark, get set, go. A little bit more of a history one for you. January 29, 1873. JB, sorry, Thurman is not correct. Sorry, PJ. Ooh, Hawk's Nest, MC. MC is the winner. Hawk's Nest it was. All right. Appreciate that. Good job, MC. Number 4. All right. On your mark, get set. Go. Yeah, sorry, had to do this one to you. Name 2 people. First name only. We're not trying to rat anybody out. You respect completely that have a different political viewpoint than you. JT nailed it. All right. In-laws, boy, yeah, hello. Love them though. A lot of you are pretty quick to recognize that. We know country's dealing with some challenging times. JT recognized 2 people in his world he respects, has a lot of love for, but yeah, it's okay to have some different viewpoints. Community. Community is not made up of people who see the world the same way. Somehow we got to figure out how to be okay with that and still do the work of building our communities up together. So appreciate you taking the time to consider that. On your mark, get set, go. Ooh, this is a different one. Collage. Sorry, Tamarack, that was, yeah. Ooh, PJ nails it with the burger cart. After many failed attempts, PJ, you just came through. You are the winner. I don't know what the cussing is about. What's the cussing about? Burger cart, huh? Who doesn't love that commute from Charleston back up to the plateau here and passing by burger cart, or pulling in rather. Thank you for playing that one, PJ. You're the winner. We're on number 5. So look, folks, this is the last one. You still got a chance. On your mark, get set, go. 3 Fayette County communities that start with the letter M. Hope now on this one. Montgomery, Mount Hope. Do we give it? Jim, I think you're Minden. I think we give it to you. We gotta go to the top of the scroll to see who won that one. But yep. All right, they're rolling through. We got a lot of M's. My scroll feature's keeping me from the first one. Did you guys catch that? We'll go back and be sure. JB wasn't. Oh, put JB, yes. JLB. All right. Hey, that was awesome. Thank you for playing. Stay with me on Menti though. Don't go anyplace. Couple quick questions for you, right? We want to understand this takes a team of people. It took some sponsors to put this together. This is our third virtual. We want to know, should we continue putting time into this? Is it of a benefit? Is it helping us become more informed, engaged, and supportive of building community? That's what we're trying to get at. So real quick, would you attend a future Good News event? Use Menti to answer it. It's a yes, it's a possibly, or it's a no. How are you feeling right now? I wonder if I have a setting issue. Should see some votes coming through. Oh, there we go. Hey, that's a hard yes. We got one possibly. Fair enough, gotta be honest. 29 at yes. We appreciate that. It is an effort to bring this. This is our third. We did one in person. Boy, I forget when that was. Jeff Eater, when was that? Third virtual. Virtual does have its benefits, but we all look forward to getting back together. I think that gives us enough of an idea that you'd like to continue. Got one more question for you. Should we, continue to include activities like the trivia challenge? Well, I guess cash is up on the board, so, but we also have some great prizes. Please do. Maybe, I don't know. That could be Jeff Heater as well. I bet you were a maybe, Heater. Give you another moment. Oh, we got one. Nope. Stick to Good News. Fair enough. All right. Thanks for giving us that feedback. And now the exciting thing is for our winners, it is our final round. Please know this. In a second, we'll turn it back over to Gabe. He's going to throw 6 darts. You'll be able to pick up, those of you that are winners, you'll be able to pick up those prizes at the chamber during business hours. At the end of it, we'll take it back to Kim, and we have a couple slides. We'll just wrap up the evening for you. All right. So Gabe, to you.
All right. We don't have as many balloons left, so this is going to take a little bit more focus on my part, so please bear with me. So here we go. See what happens. Try for true for the red one. Oh, Benji. Let's see here. Green. 2 Into the Gorge tickets for Bridge Day 2021. Haven't done that yet. That's exciting. All right, so what else we got here? Shooting for the blue and see what happens. Let's see here. Is this one on? Nope. The Escapatorium, admission for 6 players. Everyone needs some team building occasionally. So, all right. Got 3 left. I think that that was more than 6. So someone out there got an extra present. I don't know. Let's see. Orange in the bottom. See what happens. A little high. There we go. There we go. Ulysses S. Grant. 50 spot for somebody. Shooting for the pink. Nope. All right. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. All right, come on now, Gabe. There we go. 25 bucks, Love Local e-gift card. Enjoy supporting any local business. Oh, that's a wild card there. All right, here's where it gets tough. Top right, orange. Hey. One more, Poor Richard for somebody. All about the Benjamins, baby. All right. I think my job here is done. It's happy hour for me.
Gabe, that was completely amazing. If I had to if I had to pop those balloons, we'd be here all night. That was awesome. We definitely picked the right person for that job. Good job, Gabe. But if somebody thinks that you could do a better job of popping balloons, I think that you should put your name in the chat. Or if you know someone that could, it'd be good to know for next time. Maybe we could have a competition. But I don't know. Gabe's pretty good. That was pretty amazing. Also in the chat, who's missing? So we know that we got to hear from 14 amazing community members. And there's more. So who haven't we heard from yet? Who should we hear from? If it's you, put your name, put your organization. If it's someone that you know, as a part of the planning committee, we had some really amazing conversations about other people that we could ask. We asked a few other people that couldn't make it, and then, but I'm sure that you guys can think of some as well. So yeah, think for a second. Who are we missing? Who else do we need to hear from? I tried to get my trash guy, John Bennett, because he's awesome. I'll still work on that, maybe next time. But who do we need to hear from? Put it in the chat. And then we'd also like to know who else would be a great sponsor. So Suddenly Spotless is my company. And when we started talking about sponsorships, I just jumped to the front of the line. Sorry, I was in the planning meeting and I said, yeah, I want to contribute to this. So I thought it would be fun to contribute to this, and then the rest of the planning team figured out how we could best do that. But I know that there's a lot of you that are watching this right now that also love your community in a big way and believe that by focusing on the bright spots that are already here, we can make more of those and make this place even more amazing. And so maybe you would like to sponsor one of these events. So if that's the case, put your name and your organization in the chat, or if you know someone who might be interested, you can do the same thing. And then I guess that's kind of it for the evening. Gabe and I have had a super fun time hanging out with you all and appreciate your time. I know that, yeah, it's hard at the end of a long day to do another meeting, but hopefully you're walking away from this feeling a little bit energized and a little more in love with your community than when you started. You have anything to say, Gabe?
Well, just again, great work to everybody that presented this evening. Thanks for taking the time to be with us. You know, I think it's definitely invigorating to hear the great projects that are happening. You know, the infrastructure projects. We heard a lot about trails. I want to hear more about the Mammoth Tract that was mentioned over in Montgomery and Smithers area. Of course, Camp Royal. There's just a lot of good things happening for our youth and the prevention work. I think it's all very exciting and bodes well for our broader community in Fayette County. And again, thank you so much to the Good News team for including me to be Kim Maxwell's hype man and just throw darts at balloons that have money behind them. That's, you know, it's an easy job. So thanks you all.
Nice. Thank you all so much for showing up. So Zoom friends, you can stick around. We're going to just kind of have an open Zoom, grab a beverage from your fridge if you want to, and just stick around and chat with some people. Facebook friends, it's been really fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we love you all. This is your community. This is our community. And we couldn't be more proud and more honored to be a part of it. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. We look forward to seeing you again soon.